Hello, what's happening? I think I'm live in my group. So as you guys are tuning in, say good morning. Let me know how your weekend was. Did you guys do anything fun? Hashtag confidence givers in the comments. Say hey. I'm letting Facebook do its thing. So as you guys are coming in, make sure you're giving hearts, make sure you're giving love so that Facebook pushes it out. Say hey. I'm not seeing anybody coming on yet, so I am hoping that I am live. As you guys are tuning in, say hey. Let me know where it is you guys are tuning in from, and then hashtag confidence givers in the comments as well. So yes, I see I am live. Okay, awesome. Hey guys, how are you? All right, it is working. Let's see. Say hey, hashtag confidence givers. Let me see that I can see the comments. You are live. Yes, I am live. And I'm using StreamYard. So make sure that you accept StreamYard so that I can see who is doing the comments. Because if you haven't accepted StreamYard, all I see is Facebook user. So just make sure you click the link. It's really safe. I promise you won't mind it. All right, let's talk about all things recruiting. Hello from Seattle. I don't know who it is. I don't know who's from British Columbia over here. But guys, make sure you say hey, hashtag confidence givers. I've got for you a training that I have used that is near and dear to my heart. It is how I've hit the top ranks of my company. It is how I've recruited over hundreds of people into my network, and I'm going to give it to you all. In fact, I'm thinking it might have to be like a 2-part series, and maybe I'll do the second part next week because I've got so much that I want to share with you guys. Hello, Michelle from New Hampshire. Thanks for coming in. So what I want to know is I want to know in the comments, first of all, how many people have you brought in to your business? Not whether they're working it or they're not working it. I want to know how many people have you brought in. Put it in the comments below. Let me know how many people you've brought in. And yes, I love it. Michelle is actually watching from YouTube. Fantastic. I love it. All right. So here's the first thing that we need to say, okay? Part of it, and I hate saying this, part of this is a numbers game, right? The more people you bring and the more people you ask about the opportunity, the more you're going to get people to say yes. And you're going to hear people say no, right? The biggest thing is I hear people is they're not asking, right? And so it's not even a matter of like, how do I ask? It's I'm not asking. And one of the things that happens is we get better with time, okay? It happens with time. It takes practice. And I see Katie's done 17 so far. Pasha, who's also on YouTube, love it, has done 6. Kinsey's done 2. So what I want to say is it is a skill that takes time, but the only way that you can get better at anything is to continue to do it. When I first started in network marketing, I was like this spammy Sally who was asking every single person to do it. I was like, oh, you want to join my team? Oh, come on, join my team. Oh my God, come and join my team. Guys, I got better at it, but I didn't stop doing it when I heard no, right? So the biggest thing that I think holds people back, honestly, from growing a team is mindset. And that's why I am so big on mindset. Put mindset in the comments below, because what ends up happening, I find, is that people get defeated and they feel like it's personal when somebody doesn't want to join your team. And I want to tell you, it's not personal. It's a timing issue. It's about building them up, providing value, having them believe that they can be successful too, right? So it's a mindset issue on 2 areas, okay? The first is your own mindset and getting out there and asking people and knowing that you're going to say no and standing back up again and not caring that you're going to hear the words no, right? Now, the reality is you're going to hear the word no. So set yourself up for the word no when you are asking somebody to join your team, because you've got to be able to wear that shield, right? You've got to be able to block it so that when you hear those words, No, you're not defeated, okay? But the other piece is people don't join your team. A lot of the reason is because of the mindset. They don't believe that they can be successful. So you've got to pour into their success, okay? And I'm going to talk about that. Probably I'm going to write that down because this really wasn't in my notes today that I had for you, but I want to talk about how to build people up and reasons why people say no so that you can help them overcome those issues, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to realize that right now, the majority of the people, and I've talked about this, guys, like I am so true and transparent with everything. Like anybody that knows me, like I don't blow smuff like shit up your ass. Like I tell it like it is. And excuse me if you don't like the cursing either, but that's really who I am too, right? I don't blow it up your butt. The number one way that I have been recruiting is through YouTube. Okay. If you guys have not taken my YouTube masterclass, put masterclass below. I will put it in the comments, but I have brought in the most business builders lately through my YouTube, okay? And I'm going to tell you how it works, okay? It doesn't necessarily just work in that, like, some people are messaging me and they're saying, I want to join your team because they've seen my YouTube videos. Some people are coming into this group over here. We're going to talk about groups, okay? Some people are coming into this group over here and they are learning that like, know, and trust factor, and then they're joining my team. Or the other way is they become a customer first, find out that they like the products, but they become a customer from my YouTube, and then they're coming in, okay? So if you're not building on YouTube, now, am I going to tell you that like YouTube is the end all be all and you don't have to do anything else? Absolutely not. Like I told you, I'm here on Facebook showing up, right? But I'm using YouTube as my like leverage for my brand, who I am, all of my teaching. It's very intentional, all right? So the first thing that you need to know is, and I strongly recommend, is building on YouTube. Sullivan Designs is saying, let me see if I can get, I'm going to put it right here in the comments to my thing, and then I'm going to show it across the board so that you guys can register for my masterclass, okay? Now that's YouTube. Now, the second thing that I'm going to tell you is that you should be having your own Facebook group. I want you to think of your Facebook group as like the top of a funnel, okay? And what it is it's the top of your funnel. It's that like, know, and trust factor that comes in, and then you're disseminating it throughout your different pieces, okay? So what do I mean by that? Okay, let's say you're in the health and wellness space. Okay, you should have your own group on Facebook where you're giving challenges, where you're giving value, where you're giving tips and tricks on how to have health and wellness. Let's say you're selling oils, right? You can have like an oily concoction group, and you're filtering people into this group. You're growing this group because that's where that like, know, and trust factor comes in. Okay, now you're not just spamming in this group. Please do not, listen to me, do not spam in this group. Provide value in this group, right? And slowly you're going to build up your customer pod. Slowly you're going to build up your team because they're going to have that like, know, and trust factor with you. So the first thing that I would say is definitely make sure you have a group that you can nurture your audience. And there's a few reasons for this. No other platform, not Instagram, not TikTok, not YouTube, can allow you to get to know your audience better than a group because it's much more intimate, right? And we rely so heavily on our algorithm of the other social media platforms to push out our content, when in reality, people aren't seeing our stuff if it's on our main profile. So I want you to put group in the comments if you need to start a group, or if you've already started a group. Put group in the comments if you guys are understanding what it is I'm talking about, right? So what I want you to do, it kind of goes along with branding. you find that brand of who you are and you create a group in it. The number one way that I have been able to recruit so many people is honestly in my group. There's that like, know, and trust factor that gets brought in. All right. So make sure you're building out a Facebook group. Make sure you're growing a Facebook group, right? I hear people say, well, my group doesn't do anything. Well, are you adding new people into your group? You need to be adding new people every single day into your group. And then we're going to talk about how you're going to do that, right? You're going to go in and you are going to make friends in other groups, okay? Other groups, you're going to leverage your own group, okay? If this is making sense, hashtag value in the comments right now. If this is making sense, confidence givers, like I call you guys confidence givers because you're building up the confidence so other people can benefit from all of your goodness, right? We build other people up, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to go and find other groups that are similar to yours, right? Similar to yours, that talk about some of the things that you talk about. And I want you to be an expert in that group. Be that person that answers those questions in that group. Be that person that makes those posts that help people in that group, right? The secret to recruiting is the like, know, and trust. People join you, they don't join your business, okay? And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into other Facebook groups and you're gonna provide value. Then you're gonna send that friend request. Then you're gonna bring them into your own group, right? And you're gonna grow your group. Now, how do you grow your group? There's so many different ways to grow your group. You know, you can grow your group with contests. You can grow your group with giveaways. You can grow your group by asking for more people to join your team or to join your group, excuse me. You know, asking your group members to add other people if they're getting value. All right. So that's the level of engagement that you want to have in a group. You want to think of your group as your top level to your funnel. Okay. And then in the top level of your funnel, you're going to give value. You're going to sell your products every now and then because it's going to be linked to your brand, right? You're going to sell your products. Then they're going to become a customer. Then they're going to become a social, a distributor, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. It's that like, know, and trust factor. And one of the key ways to doing this is through groups, okay? It's not the only way. So I've given you 2 ways so far, through groups, through YouTube, all right? The third way that I have built and recruited hundreds of people into my business is through Messenger. Guys, I built my entire business on Messenger. There can be hours that I am not on Facebook, but there is not hours that I'm not on Messenger. Put Messenger in the comments, guys. If you're not building your business in Messenger, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. I'm just going to say that right there. Okay. So how do I build my business in Messenger? Well, let's talk about it. Okay. What happens is if I'm going through somebody's news feed and let's say I see some sort of excitement. Okay. Let's say they have like this, like, I'm so excited, yada, yada, yada. I don't comment on their post. Do you know what I do? I show up in Messenger and I comment in Messenger. Or the opposite. Let's say like somebody's passed away or their dog or their cat or something has happened. I don't just post on their post. I send them a message in Messenger. Do you want to know why? Because I'm human first, right? And I genuinely care about people. I'm not out to get somebody to just join my team. I'm out to be a good human first. I'm out to network and be a good human first. And then in Messenger, that's how I show off, is being authentically me, right? I want to stand out. I want to be different than the average person, but I also genuinely care about people. So I show up in Messenger. Okay. It's more personal. Exactly, Katie. Katie's saying it's more personal. It's much more personal. It's that like, know, and trust factor that builds in. I help people. I'll go through their stories, and if I can provide value to somebody, I'm going to send them that message. Because if you want to think about it, I don't know if I have it here. You guys know that I was a school counselor, and one of my favorite books is The Bucket. What was it called? It was The Bucket. Oh, shoot. What was it called? I'll get the name of it. It's like basically you're filling people's bucket, right? And it talks about being a bucket filler. That's what you are as a network marketer. You're a bucket filler. You are filling other people's buckets. You are helping them with their confidence, right? Confidence givers. You are filling their bucket. You are being there. You are being human first, right? And then what I do is I'm a really good listener, guys. I'm a really good listener and I listen for pain points. I also direct the conversation where I know I'm going to hear pain points, okay? And when I hear those pain points, that's when I go in and I ask them if they're open to taking a look at what I'm doing. And if not, no big deal. Okay. And next week, we're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about the 2 different ways to recruit. I'm much more of a more personal way. Okay. But there is a way to kind of like bang through your list much quicker. I'm about having it be personal. I'm a counselor. I'm a therapist. Tell me your problems. I love to hear them. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so what I want you to do is I want you to be a listener first. Put your agenda aside. And that's actually why I don't even have, it's so funny because people will say like, Julie, you don't even have people on your team that live in Colorado with you. I think I have like 1 person on my team. Honestly, I recruit 100% online and there's a reason for it. And the reason for it is when I first started in network marketing, I felt like I had an agenda every time I went out in public. And I was asking my barista and I was asking my waitress and I was asking all of these people that it felt icky to me, right? And so I felt like I had this hidden agenda growing my business, going out in public. And so now when I'm out in public, I'm not even thinking about my network marketing business because I'm building the relationships that are needed over here on Facebook and over here on YouTube first. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? Is that like making sense? So you don't want to have an agenda. You want to be a human first. And that's how I've had massive success. So I've had success because I've created a Facebook group. I've had success because I have YouTube that funnels into either my Facebook group or they message me. And I have success because I've joined other groups and I've provided value in these other groups. I've made those requests. I've made those friend requests. I show up authentically me on my Facebook page, right? Because I build through Facebook and YouTube mostly. I show up on there. And then there's that like, know, and trust factor that's happening because I'm working my business. And what I'm doing is I'm showing up in Messenger. I'm being a human. I'm listening to their pain points, and then I'm solving their problem. And this is what I'm going to end with today because I like to keep my training short and sweet so that everybody can watch them, is I want to tell you something. If you're not opening your mouth, you are doing a disservice to so many people. All right. And I'm going to use me as an example, right? 7 years ago, somebody asked me to join their network marketing company. Now, I poo-pooed it. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I thought it was a hoax. I totally, I did, right? But 7 years ago, I didn't know that my life was forever going to change. I have retired from being a school counselor. I'm not even taking clients right now, and I don't need to take clients right now as a private therapist because I've got COVID. So I actually farm it out and refer it out to other people because I'm not interested in going into an office right now and being masked and all of that, right? So it's a gift that was given to me. Now, can you imagine if you were able to give that gift to somebody else? What if you recruited the next me into your business? What would that do not only for your life, but what would that do for that person that you recruited's life, right? Like, had somebody been afraid to ask me, had somebody have been nervous to ask me or didn't even think to ask me, I would still be grinding in the schools, still be working probably now full-time, not part-time, not being able to take my kids to school, having my husband do it because I didn't have this vehicle. And what I can tell you is this vehicle is amazing for those of us that want it and for those of us that work it. Now, is it for everybody? It is absolutely not for everybody. Are you going to find some duds? Absolutely, right? People join my team and they don't end up doing anything. It happens. It's the nature of the beast, right? But imagine whose life you can change. And so what I want to tell you is stop making this about you. Start making it about them, and start making it about the life that you can change for that person if you were to actually show up and change their life. That's when you have massive success, is when you're not making it about you, you're making it about them. You're understanding that what you have is a gift that could truly change their life. And even if your life hasn't been changed by it yet, you're here because you've seen the vision, you've seen the passion, you've seen the dream that network marketing can accomplish to you. And that's all that's needed, right? That's all that's needed, is just having the vision, having the idea, having the passion behind it. Because like anything, if you have passion and you have determination and you are consistent and you are building, you will have success in network marketing. It's those that give up, that fail too easy, that aren't coachable, that aren't learning, that keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Those are the ones that aren't going to have success. It's not going to happen. Guys, the hours that I've spent in order to be successful, the amount of time and energy that I've spent into training to learn how to do it the right way and not the wrong way. Guys, this is why I've had success, because I have poured into myself, right? So is it for everybody? No, network marketing is not for everybody. Can anybody succeed? Yes, I truly think anybody can succeed. Will it happen in their first year? No, probably not. Their second year? No. What about by their fifth year? What if by year 5 they were able to fire their boss? Would it be worth it? Absolutely, right? It took me 4 years to get out of the schools, 4 years to be able to fire my boss, 4 years to be able to be working from home and decorating my office every day, because I don't know if you guys can see, we just redid the office, right? Was it worth it? Yes. It took 4 years. It was worth it. And now I have the financial freedom. I have the time freedom. I have everything that I want. Like, life is awesome. Would I take back 4 years of struggle? Absolutely not, guys. It's been 7 years that I've been doing this. Like, this is amazing industry. You have a life that you can change. If you believe that you can change it, if you believe that you can open up your mouth, change people's lives, that's when you're going to have success. When you stop making it about you and you start making it about them in every aspect of this, right? In the aspect of recruiting, when you stop making it about who you are and what this is going to do for your business, and you start making it about how you can change somebody's life, how you can be a human first and give, fill somebody else's bucket, it's when you're going to have massive success. Yes, you've got to be doing YouTube. Yes, you've got to be building your audience on Facebook. Yes, you've got to be in Facebook groups. Yes, you've got to be building all of those things. That's the foundation. But the overarching theme is being human first and giving to others, and you will have massive, massive success. All right, guys, hashtag, and I'm going to do some more trainings because, like I said, I didn't even get to half of the trainings, but I do like to keep them under 30 minutes or so that you guys can go back and you guys can watch this. But hashtag value, hashtag confidence givers. Guys, add your people to this group. I'm going to do next week the 2 different approaches to asking people if they're open. That's going to be the training for next week. So we'll break this up into a series type of thing. Hashtag confidence givers. Make sure you're inviting your teams to this group. If you have not checked out my YouTube masterclass, make sure you guys are doing it. There's a reason success leaves clues. There is a reason why I push YouTube so hard, because it has truly solved so many of the problems that I have had with network marketing. I'm recruiting on autopilot. I am selling on autopilot. I just got before I came on here, I was checking it. I got a $350 order from YouTube. I have no idea who this person is, right? This morning I woke up with 2 additional orders. That's 3 orders since I've woken up this morning because of my YouTube, right? The recent person that joined me and my team, guess what? She found me because she was a customer first on YouTube, right? And then I've connected, I've built that relationship. She was looking for a business opportunity. Guess what happened? She came and joined me. But where did she come from? She came from YouTube, okay? That's why I'm so passionate about YouTube. All right, guys, It's the start of my funnel, and then I funnel people wherever it is I want them to go, whether it be for my network marketing business, whether it be for my group over here and my coaching that I do. I'm funneling people and driving the traffic wherever it is I want to go, and YouTube is the engine that's driving that, if that makes sense. So guys, I hope that this was helpful. I see value. I see confidence givers. Make sure you're sharing this. Make sure you're tagging your team so that they can hear this training. And I will see you next week for value or prospect training 2 series, because I didn't get to nearly as much as I wanted to. I went off on a tangent about how it's not about you. It's about your people, guys. I love you. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Go out. Go join some groups. Go do your homework. Put homework in the comments where you can, where you're going to go get started on YouTube. You're going to go get started in groups. You're going to go create your own group, and you're going to start building that funnel with your group. So put homework in the comments if you guys are open and willing to do the do's and not just sit here and learn. All right, guys. Let's see. M. Sullivan says, do you need a website to send people? No, you don't need a website, M. Sullivan, with YouTube. I mean, you can link your website. In fact, I link my personal website to YouTube. I don't link my my company's website to my group. I link it in the description of my videos when I'm talking about my products and my services for my network marketing company. Okay? All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions, put it in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer it. I've got a coaching call in 3 minutes, and so I am out of here. Have an amazing day, guys, and we will talk soon. Bye.